Hello, thank you for joining us at For the Love of Usborne. This is one of our most beloved books, the Usborne Farmyard Tales Complete Book of Farmyard Tales. Illustrated by Stephen Cartwright. Comes with a CD. There's a sweet little duck to find on every page. CD you can listen to in your car. You know, that really helps your kids as they're getting ready to read, because there's this memory recall function that as they've heard these stories and then they look at these words on the pages, they actually start recognizing them. This book follows the stories of little Poppy and little Sam on Apple Tree Farm. Here's the stories. You know, those last several are in the book of little train stories, so you don't need both. If you get this, you get all the stories on book and CD that are in the little train stories. And there is a map, and this map shows where all of the stories in this book take place. So your kids can come back and reference that. Curly the pig. One of the cool things about the complete book of Farmyard Tales is it is what we call a dual reader. That means you can read through the story using just that simple top line text, and you'll get the gist of the story just fine. However, you can add in the bottom line for a more complete version of the story. This can serve as a benefit in a couple ways. You can breeze through bedtime quicker when you're reading a story but you're running late, or you can use this as your child is learning to read. They can read the top line and you can read the bottom line. Or if you have kids in different levels of reading, the one that's a little newer to reading can read the top line, and the one that's more advanced can read the bottom line. So that's what we call a dual reader. And this entire collection is full of those type of stories. Again, like I said, there's that little duck to find on every page. And then the characters will be the same through this whole book and any of our other Farmyard Tale stories. For instance, we have a board book called Telling the Time. All those same characters. There's a coloring book. So I'm just flipping through a little bit here. But as you can see, there's tons and tons in this book for you to read with your kids. And this book will really grow with them from when they're really, really, really little to as they're learning to read and starting to grow in their confidence too. It's a great book that will just last with you for a long time. For only $24.99 for that whole book of all the stories, plus the CD and the map. Usborne Farmyard Tales Complete Book of Farmyard Tales.